Hi everyone, my name's Randy and I'm a Zoholic. So much for the anonymity, huh? Anyway, I just wanted to share a little bit. You know, everybody's talking about this is a very simplistic event, and I know for some of you guys it is. But for those of us that are brand new, I've only been using this program for 6 months. I feel like I'm taking a drink of water from a fire hose. So I'm really appreciating everything you guys are sharing here and some of the great questions you guys are asking too. But I feel also like a little bit like Austin Powers. I mean, I started using a DOS-based database program back in 1988. It was called Telemagic. Anybody in here ever remember Telemagic? I love Telemagic. And as a matter of fact, every time Windows would come out with a brand new Windows program, somebody would tell me, hey, Randy, you can't use Telemagic anymore. The DOS-based programs won't work with the new XP or 2000 or whatever. Well, guess what? I could still use it. I could still use it today. But I did think there was probably time to move on. But I love to type, and it wasn't broke, so I didn't fix it. But here's what's happened since. I've had some of the reasons that I wanted Telemagic was the recall feature, filters, a calendar, word processor, notes, customizable fields, reports, all of those things I picked up with Zoho. I picked them up. You know, somebody interviewed me the other day on Zoho, and they wanted to know if I still use Microsoft products, and it dawned on me, I'm not really using them anymore. I use a lot of the programs that I used to use with Microsoft, I'm using via Zoho. I'm getting accustomed to the cloud thing. I love the fact that I can come here with somebody else's computer and I can have the same database that I have when I'm at home. Our business is three of us. I run a small company. We sell employee benefits. We sell Legal Shield to companies across the state. And I have my wife and my daughter and myself. So we manage a customer database of 200 to 300 names. And we have probably 4,000 or 5,000 prospective clients that we have that we're managing in there. So the autoresponder program prior to today, we were paying $20 a month to a company to have this autoresponder program. I mean, for $12 or $24 a month here, I don't have to renew any of my Microsoft products, really. I mean, it's just kind of blowing me away. It's just a new paradigm for me. So, I asked my wife, I said, before I speak here today, I said, what's your favorite part of the program? Well, whenever we have an enrollment, you know, we have a bunch of people. I speak to groups this size or larger. And a bunch of you would sign up for our employee benefit. Well, we have to enter those names, and we have to send them into corporate, and we have to keep a record of those. And so being able to attach all of those records to that client is really, really valuable to somebody that's running a business such as mine. Having all of the emails that are sent and received back and forth from that particular client saved and attached to that particular client is powerful. And the biggest use that I had of Telemagic, and I'll just end with this, is a recall feature. I loved hitting R for recall, 3D, and 3 days later, those of you that use the program, you know what I'm talking about. 3 days later, it would show up. I can do the same thing. I just do it a little bit differently. I do it with a mouse now, but I can create, as you guys all know, that's the other thing, you know, it's a little intimidating with all you guys in here. Anybody ever feel like you're the stupidest person in the room? I mean, I'm getting used to this program, and I'm standing up here. So, anyway, I just wanted you to know, since I opened with that little line that I'm a Zoholic, I just want you to know that I really do love this program, and because of Zoho, my life has become manageable. Some of you get that. Okay. I used to umpire baseball. Anybody in here been to a Giants game? Anybody been to a AAA game? A Division I baseball game? Has any of you, do you consider yourself honest people? Raise your hand if you consider yourself an honest person. Okay. Have you ever yelled at the umpire? Yeah. Raise your hand if you've ever yelled at the umpire. I thought I recognized some of you guys. All right, so there's three, so God and the devil are having this debate. I'll just have this one, my favorite joke. God and the devil are having this debate, and the devil says, you know what, God, I'm sick of this. Every time we ever play a game, every time we get involved in anything, you won. God said, okay, what do you want to do? And the devil says, oh, I want to play a game of baseball. God says, fine, who have you got? He says, I got Mickey Mantle. I got Billy Martin. I've got, looks like I'm going to be picking up Pete Rose here pretty quick. And he goes through all this list of names of guys that he's gotten. And that's who the devil has, I mean. And he turns to God and he says, God, who have you got? And God said, I got the umpires. That's all, folks.
All you need.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Rishi from the India office of Zoho, and I'm with this company for the past 9 years, and I'm taking care of the support and sales team for the CRM especially. So I'm going to present to you the perfect balance between automation and productivity. So in this we have, I'm going to cover a few of these automation features, and also I'm going to show you like how the CRM can be used to increase the productivity of your sales reps. So is it audible? Everyone can hear me? Okay. So under the automation, I'm going to cover the web forms, workflow rules, then report schedulers, then we do have assignment rules, and we have pop-up and email alert for tasks and events. And also I'm going to talk about a little bit about the automatic data backup. So web forms, we have this feature in the leads, contacts, and cases module. You can generate your own web form, and it can be embedded in your web pages. And this mainly useful in generating leads or contacts, or you can use the form to collect the feedbacks from your customers, which can be added directly into your CRM. And the feedbacks goes to the cases module, and leads and contacts go to the respective modules. And so the thing is, you have to give a name for the form which you are going to create, and the return URL is nothing but once they hit the submit button in the form, so the system has to redirect to a different page, like thank you or something. So you can create a page, and you can put that in the return URL. And the domain name is nothing but where you are going to host this particular form. Say, for example, if you are going to host it in yahoo.com, then you have to specify the domain name there. And the next step is you have to select the fields. The fields are from that particular module. Say, for example, if you have created custom fields in your leads or contacts module, then that will show up here. So you can just select the fields by clicking on the checkboxes adjacent to them, and those fields will show up in your web form, that is output form. And also you can enable email notification. So you can create your own email templates, and those templates can be associated. And this email acknowledgement is nothing but once they submit the form, the system can trigger an email saying like thank you for submitting your details and we will get back to you soon, kind of email acknowledgement can be sent to the person who has submitted the information. And added to that, you can send a notification email to the lead owner who is going to take care of that particular lead. And next comes the lead assignment step. Here, other thing you have is approval of leads. Say, for example, if you're hosting a form in your website, then there is a chance like many people come and fill in junk information, like A, B, C, all those things, they just fill and submit it. So if you enable the lead approval process, then automatically what happens is the leads which are submitted to the form come to the approve lead section. So I'll show you in the product. It will come and line up there. So you can, every day the administrator or the person can go there and check which are the genuine leads, and they can be approved, and it will get into the system. Others can be deleted from there itself. And next we have a assignment rule. Either you can directly assign it to a owner, and or else you can select the assignment rule. I'll be covering that in a separate topic in the same section. So the final step is, once you complete all those steps, the system will generate a HTML code. So this HTML code can be given to your webmaster or a IT person who can generate a form, and that can be embedded in your website. So any questions here? Yep.
Can you identify the size that you want the workflow to be?
Yeah, the HTML code which you get from the system, that output can be customized as you need. So you can change your colors. All you should know is HTML coding. That's it. So the next one is workflow management. So the workflow makes life easier in the CRM. So the workflow can help you in creating records, and it can be triggered like when a record is created or edited, or either created or edited, or you can use it for field update. And so it can also, like the workflow, once it is triggered, it can either create a task automatically, or it can trigger an alert email to a specified person, or it can update a field in the CRM or in that particular module. So I'll just show you that in the product. So under the automation, we have the workflow. So to create a rule, you can just click on this create rule. So the basic information you can provide is like the name, and so you can select it. Say for example, you want that to be created for leads. And hit next. So now it will ask you whether it has to be executed when records are created or edited, or create or edit, or certain field is updated. Yeah?
Is there a notification or a workflow that a record is deleted?
Deleted? No. The thing is, it can be triggered when create or edit happens. Delete, we don't have any notification triggered. So this feature has been requested by a few of our customers. We do have that to be incorporated in our feature. Yeah. So once you hit the next, so it will ask the criteria. So if you want to specify certain criteria, like if the industry is like software Now here comes the triggers. So either it can send alert, email, or it can create a task and assign it to a specific user, or it can update a field, and it can call a webhook. We have a separate session to cover the webhooks in our training track. And also you can set follow-ups. So to click on this, so you can trigger, like you can select an email template, and this email template will be sent to the list of people specified here. Either you can send it to an internal person, or you can send it to the contact or lead. That is, you can select the email fields in the module or related module. So for example, if you select this, the lead's email ID will get this particular email template. The information will be populated in it, and it will be sent as an email to that particular lead itself. Okay, additional recipients can also be specified here, like record owner, record owner's superior, or record creator. And this is all about the alerts. And the assigning task, so you can directly, once the rule is triggered, you can create a task. The system can automatically trigger a task, and it can be assigned to a specific person. So you can select the name in the assign to, and also you can notify the assignee about the task has been created. And also you can set reminders like pop-up or email reminders to the specified assignee. An update field is an interesting feature. So when a particular criteria is met and the workflow is triggered, you can make the system to automatically update a value in certain fields. Like you can specify in which module, like, so the leads can be selected because you are doing it for the lead. And say for example, if you want to update, say the job title as, say, whatever you want. Sorry. So automatically the system, when the workflow criteria is met, it will trigger the field update. So any questions as of now? Okay. And webhooks, you can actually associate like URLs to notify, and more details about the webhooks will be covered in the creator session, which we have. And also you can add follow-ups. So you can like this follow-ups is for the Pulse module. So I think Pulse, we have a module called Pulse. I'll cover that in this session. So that will help you, like as you do in Facebook. So you can follow a certain records, which will give you updates about what is happening, whether it has been updated or not. So all those things can be seen in the Pulse module. So this is the one. So the Pulse module, actually you can follow certain leads, and I'm not sure whether you guys noticed this particular button in each and every record, the follow one, the left hand side. So that actually, once you hit this, automatically the system will start tracking that particular record, and whatever changes happens, that will show up in the Pulse tab. So that will be helpful, say for example, if your sales reps are working in an important deal, probably if you just follow it, you don't want to search for that record and see the updates, what's happening, all those. You can just go to the Pulse module and you can see the details there itself.
Can Pulse send those notifications like to a text message?
No, not now. The thing is, you have to go to the module and you can see the updates about this. No, it's not there anymore. Okay, and any questions about workflows or? Okay, report schedulers is another interesting automation feature. Say in each organization, like getting the report from sales rep is one of quite challenging job for the management, because you have to ping them and get the report, and you have to check whether it is ready and it has to be sent through the email. You have to consolidate this, all those things has to be done. In CRM, you can create the reports, and the sales reps can automatically enable this report scheduler for each one of them. Maybe it's a weekly or monthly report, whatever it is. And if they add that in the report scheduler, the system itself will take care of submitting the report to the higher ups, and makes life easier. So it's a simple wizard where you can just specify a scheduler name, and you can select which report has to be added to the schedule, and you have to specify the start date and time, and you can repeat it either weekly, monthly, yearly kind of thing. So based on that, the system will generate the report, and it will attach it as an Excel file to your email.